welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining wherever you're joining from. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for connecting. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining wherever you're joining from. I appreciate you for connecting to the broadcast. Thank you for connecting to the broadcast. Thank you for joining. Please share the video as you join. Share the video on your own platform. Share it to family and friends. Invite people, share to anybody you can share to so they can join us. Thank you for connecting to the very broadcast. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for connecting. I appreciate you. I'm going to make it brief. I'm not going to take much of your time. Just going to make it brief as usual. Please, as you join, you like the video, click like and share. Click like and share. Share it on your Facebook. Share it on your own platform. Share it on your WhatsApp group. Share the video. Any place you belong, keep sharing. Share as you join, you share. As you join, you share. We are going to start our broadcast as usual. You know why we are here? To encourage Biafrans and speak about the Biafra issue and nothing else. And Chukwuka Biama is our stronghold. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for connecting. Welcome, fellow Biafrans. Thank you so much for joining me wherever you are connecting from. If you're joining me from Biafra land, I say, may Chukwuka Biama continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, and keep you safe. If you're joining me from any part of Africa, I say, may Chukwuka Biama guide and protect you. If you're joining from Europe, from Asia, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, any place you are connecting to this very broadcast from, I say, may Chukwuka Biama continue to guide and protect you. Today we have come once again to continue encouraging our fellow Biafrans, continue to encourage ourselves on what to do, on how to move forward. We cannot allow ourselves to be pushed aside. We cannot allow ourselves to be pushed aside. And if you check from the topic I chose there, I say the rejected stone have finally about to become the chief cornerstone. The rejected stone is about to be the pillar. The rejected stone is about to be the pillar. So when I use that very topic, I know what I'm saying. I'm talking about the Biafran struggle. As you all know, each time we come here, we don't come here to preach hate speech. We don't come here to attack people. We don't come here to preach anything else than our freedom, the freedom of Biafran people. We don't come here to preach against any religion, any tribe, or any person, but we preach against those who are standing against us. Those who have volunteered themselves as enemy of the people, we come against them. If you volunteer yourself as enemy of Biafra, you are our enemy. We didn't make you enemy. If you choose to be an enemy, that's your own business. If you have chosen to be against Biafran, it doesn't matter if you're a Biafran or you're not. That's not important. It doesn't matter whatever you think you are. As long as you choose yourself as an enemy to us, we'll treat you as an enemy. Today I say again that the rejected stone has become the chief cornerstone. All of you can testify from where we are coming from. Everyone that is watching this video, you can testify where we are coming from before we go to where we are today. You know, Mazen Nandekano is the present person that is leading the very struggle. Mazen Nandekano is the person leading this struggle as it stands today. There's nobody leading it except Mazen Nandekano. Mazen Nandekano is the one directing the affairs of the struggle today. He's the one who has carried this struggle to the state that it is today. And there's no two ways about it. You cannot change it. Even if you want to change it, if you want to wish it out, you cannot wish it out. Mazen Nandekano remains the leader of the struggle, and nothing can change that. And you can understand and agree with me that when Mazen Nandekano started the struggle, there were so many accusations against him, so many propaganda against him, so many blackmail against him. They called him manner of name. There is no kind of name they didn't call Mazen Nandekano, but he stood firm. He stood firm. They called him one of the name. They called him 419. They called him this. They called him ethnic bigot. Some people called him a terrorist. Called him what? But Mazen Nandekano never shiver. He never stepped aside from his demand. He was still demanding for self-determination of his people. He was standing there until the day they kidnapped him in Kenya. He was still standing. But it's from every evidence, from everything you can see that Mazen Nandekano that was rejected today has become the symbol of justice in that contraption called Nigeria. Mazen Nandekano have finally become the symbol of justice. Today, the only symbol of justice that the Biafran people know is Mazen Nandekano. Mazen Nandekano today has been accepted generally even by his enemies. He has now become the chief cornerstone. This is somebody who was rejected. While he was preaching, he was rejected. But because of his consistency, because he never shiver, because he never stepped aside, he knew what he was asking for, and he continued to make that request. Mazen Nandekano succeeded and built a platform that every one of us is standing on today. And today, Mazen Nandekano, his name and his picture has become a brand that people can now cash into. It has become a brand that when you put it anywhere, it is sellable. When you put it anywhere, things begin to happen. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight. Mazen Nandekano worked it and he earned every single thing he is today. He earned it through his effort, through his good work, through his steadfastness. He earned everything you can see today. And when you see what is happening today in the struggle, you can see that things are moving. We are not stopping. It doesn't matter the propaganda you see. We are not stopping. The rejected stone has become the chief cornerstone. And the same way the attack went to Mazen Nandekano, that is the same thing that's happening to Simon Ekpa today. Simon Ekpa you see today, people are calling him all manner of names. Even people, fellow agitators, just like when it was the son of Mazen Nandekano, during the time of Mazen Nandekano, members of IPOB were castigating him. They accused him of so many things. They accused him of stealing money. They accused him of fraud. I'm not even talking about outside. Inside IPOB, they were accusing Mazen Nandekano. We are attacking him. The same thing is happening to someone else today. So many accusations, so many attacks from all corners. They call him all manner of name. They call him all different kind of names. But just like Mazen Nandekano, he is still standing. He still have a very strong mental toughness. He learned a lot from Mazen Nandekano. He had the same spirit and the same strength with Mazen Nandekano. He's still standing. With all the blackmail against him, everything you see is turning to his own good. Just like Mazen Nandekano. While they were castigating Mazen Nandekano, call him all kind of names, they thought that he's going to stop the struggle. They thought they were going to destroy him. They painted him evil. There's no kind of name they didn't call Mazen Nandekano. But today, Mazen Nandekano have become the most popular man you can think of. The most popular man you can think of in Africa. Presently living, Mazen Nandekano is the most popular person you can think about. They ended up promoting him, thinking they were trying to demonize him. Look at the Emperor Simon Ekpa today. Emperor Simon Ekpa, the more they castigate him, the more his platform grows. The more they castigate him, the more his popularity grows. The more they call him name, the more his popularity grows. And they attract more people to him. The rejected stone is about to become the chief cornerstone. That same Simon Ekpa they demonize and call him one of them. Today you can see that he's the one pushing forward, just the way Mazen Nandekano was doing. He's the one following the full step of Mazen Nandekano to make sure that Biafra is being restored. Today he has made the move. Every one of us have seen the move he has made. to get a whole country involved in the accusation of Biafra. He spoke with the Finland parliament. You saw it on video where he was presenting the Biafran case, and the Biafran case was accepted by Finland parliament, and they're going to look into it. And today we have a country that can make a case for us, the United Nations. We have a case, we have a country that can stand up and demand for the freedom of Biafra people in the United Nations, just as Buhari used to do. Whenever Buhari go to the United Nations, he will begin to demand for the freedom of Palestinians. He cannot make a speech without mentioning Palestinians. We have not gotten that kind of privilege before, but today, I can assure you that we have a country that can be able to make a speech in the United Nations and mention Biafra. This same Finland you are seeing have worked for the freedom of so many countries in Africa, including Namibia. And the country that they fought for, they are all doing very well. They fought for the freedom of Namibian people. And today, Namibia is free. And some other African countries. And today, it is our turn to fight that battle. And we're going to fight to make sure that we get our freedom. And the rejected stone, that man they demonize and call him all kind of names. Today, he is the one that is superhumanizing that movement. He's the one that made that great move. The same man they call different kinds of names, blackmail him upon all the blackmail, all the attack. He never shiver. He never ran away. Instead, he's working stronger. Today, before your own very eyes, you can see that Simon Ekpa is not only talking. He's not only making noise on social media. He is working on the ground. Getting a whole country involved into the struggle is not an easy thing. That is one thing that we've been lacking for a very long time. One important thing we have been lacking. We have not had a country that will come out and make a case for us, the United Nations. Because in most cases, we will not be there to speak our voice. We might send the application, they might delay the application, we might send information, they will delay. You might send the application even for the fact that the caliphate had somebody in the United Nations, they will oppress everything you bring forward. Even when you send a message, they're going to oppress it. But today, we have a country that can be able to speak for the case of Biafra in the United Nations. Any day the United Nations is having a meeting, our case will definitely be mentioned by the special grace of Chukwu Gabriel. It will mention who made that move, the rejected stone. The rejected stone, you call different kinds of names. Some people call him different kinds of names, demonize him, try to destroy him. They try to destroy him. Even people that have nothing to offer. People that have nothing whatsoever to offer. They will just on their camera. All they have is their camera, and they begin to demonize someone and call him different kinds of names. Today, that rejected stone is about to be the chief cornerstone. Just like they did to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu continued to fight bravely up to today that is in captivity. But at the end of the day, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is winning. His name has become a very strong pillar. It has become a household name. A household name that at any time you mention Biafra, you must talk about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Even when you think about the zoo, you must remember Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody talks about that zoological republic today without talking about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They will always remember him. The rejected stone has become the chief cornerstone. And one important thing again, you see, Biafrans are leading in everything. Biafrans are leading. That is why if you are a Biafran, don't be scared of acting. Don't be scared of speaking your mind. Speak up your mind at any time. When you see something that is wrong, speak up. Don't be silent. Don't mind people who are going to attack you. Some will call you domineering. It's not being domineering. You are being smart and doing the needful. That is what it is. They are so scared about our bravery. The Fulani Caliphate, they are so scared. So many other tribes, they are scared about our bravery. But you have to be happy. You have to be happy. The bravery of the Biafran people is the reason why the people in that country, the indigenous tribes, are going to be free. We have taken the lead. In everything, everywhere you see, Biafrans are always leading. They are always taking the lead. And that is why the Caliphate is angry. That is why they're angry. That is why they want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu dead. Because they see that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a man that is changing things. He's a man that will not be silent. Today, go to the Janjaweed, go to that same zoological republic. Something that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu saw years ago, they are just seeing it today. Just like our eternal leader, our eternal leader, once he saw many years ago, that 50-something years ago, 50-something years ago, what our eternal leader, about 60 years ago, what our eternal leader saw. It is just today, just recently, they are seeing it. Recently, that's when I see it. Our eternal leader told them and saw restructuring, that restructuring only can give them a space to grow. It's only restructuring. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumegojuku, talked about restructuring. They closed their ears. Instead of them following that step, what did they do? They planned and began to kill Biafrans. They took the life of Biafran people. Biafrans lost their life. 5 million Biafrans were taken, including children. Including children. They refused the restructuring. They brought death. All of a sudden, after many years, after 50-something years, they are now talking about the same restructuring that we have seen far back. The thing we have seen far back, that is what they're now crying for today. And still, they will not learn their lesson. That the Biafran people are always ahead. They are always thinking ahead. They think 50 years ahead. That is the mentality of Biafra. Biafrans are thinking 50 years ahead, 100 years ahead. We plan ahead of time. And that is why we are demanding for Biafra. We don't want our children to suffer ourselves because we know what is coming. Just like our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano. What Mazen Nandekano saw many years ago, some people are just seeing it today. Something that Mazen Nandekano saw many years ago, and he started shouting. He started crying, telling us to prepare, they are coming. Please share this video, share this broadcast, and click like the video. As you join, you like the video and share the video. As you join, you like and share. What Mazen Nandekano saw many years ago, people are just seeing it today. Some people are just seeing it today. Something that he saw many years ago. When Mazen Nandekano saw the danger of the Fulanis, they planned to Fulanize Nigeria, he saw it and he started shouting. He started shouting online. He started calling up to people to wake up. He did everything possible to wake the Biafran, and the Biafrans stood up and they were awake, even though they were still doubting him. Including Biafran people were doubting him. But so many woke up. When Biafrans woke up, Mazen Nandekano did not stop. He continued preaching his gospel. He preached and the our Oduduwa brothers joined, and then they were woken. Our Oduduwa brothers woke up and they began to protest openly for self-determination. It was only Mazen Nandekano that made that possible. For people to have the courage to come out and protest openly. Formally, the national anthem we hear in Nigeria is that Nigeria is not negotiable. That is the language they used to use in the past. In the past, what you hear is that the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. The unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. But today, that language have died a natural death. Mazen Nandekano have put a stamp on that language. It has died a natural death. Today, they have accepted that Nigeria is negotiable. People can now say it and speak about it in public. Every other indigenous tribe can now protest in public, up to the extent of going to their court, in their court, to talk about referendum. Today, as you're watching the video, the case of referendum is in the Janjaweed court in that country of Nigeria. In the Zoological Republic, they are hearing the case of self-determination. Self-determination and referendum, the case we had on October. It is going to come up October. Who made it possible? The rejected stone, Mazen Nandekano. The rejected stone is about to become the chief cornerstone. That Mazen Nandekano was shouting and said, he woke everybody up. Today, he has changed a lot of things. But we are seeing ahead of time. What Mazen Nandekano saw many years ago, when he saw these killers coming, Mazen Nandekano began to shout. Mazen Nandekano began to shout and begin to cry and call people to wake up, for the danger is coming. People refuse to wake up. Mazen Nandekano called the governors in the southeast. Give us a security for the southeastern region, that these people are coming. They are coming. Mazen Nandekano keep on crying, keep on shouting online. Give us security. Give the southeastern region a security. Give them the security. The governors shut their ears. You know, some of you think that Mazen Nandekano just woke up and formed the ESN. This is what some people believe. Some people just believe that he just woke up and formed the ESN. Mazen Nandekano went through a lot of consultation. He wrote to the governors. He wrote to the Hanes and Igbo. He told them so many times, get a security outfit for the southeastern region to secure them. The military is compromised. He's not the only one saying it. Danjuma came out to confess that military is compromised and there is genocide that is about to go on. Mazen Nanakan was shouting, telling the southeastern region, go and get a security outfit for the whole old southeastern region, form a security outfit. He wrote all the governors and they didn't do anything. That was why Mazen Nanakan went out on his own way, because he's somebody who has his own people at heart. He cannot afford to watch Biafrans being molded down. Mazen Nanakan went out of his way to form a security outfit. He didn't only form a security outfit, he formed them and equipped them, well equipped, with the same force that the enemy is coming with. And that is the way to organize self-defense. You cannot tell me you're organizing self-defense and when you're going to face somebody who is coming with AK-47 and you're going to meet him with Obare. How can you call that self-defense? That is a suicide mission. You cannot go and face somebody who is coming with AK-47. You go and confront that person with double barrel. It's a suicide mission. Mazen Nanakan established the ESN and equipped them very, very tight. He equipped them. That was why Mazen Nanakan. And Mazen Nanakan gave the instruction. The ESN, their problem is not in the city. Their job is in the bushes. And their job is to fight against the terrorists in the bush. Mazen Nanakan made it clear that they are not there to fight police or army or fight. They don't want to see them in the street. They don't have any duty in the street. Where they have their duty is in the bushes to make sure that no inch of our land is being taken by the terrorists who are taking over our land. That is the assignment. And he made it clear that the ESN is not Biafra army. They are not Biafra army. That is a security outfit. He said it just like a vigilante group. You have them in the north. You have them in the southwest. This one is the one we have in the old southeastern region. Mazen Nanakan made it very clear. Instead of these criminal governors to support Mazen Nanakan, they were demonizing him. They were busy attacking him. They were forming gang up against Mazen Nanakan. They ganged up for the good initiative of Mazen Nanakan to protect his land. Instead of them to support that initiative, they ganged up. They formed anti-ESN. They formed the Bubago. They formed the Bubago to fight against the ESN. And they begin to distract ESN. They employ so many people to begin to work against ESN and become an informant against ESN. They were distracting ESN from their duty. That wasn't enough. They went to the north, the whole bunch of them went to Abuja to go and bring Boko Harams. Boko Haram that was introduced to the military, they went and shifted all of them to the southeastern part of Nigeria. And they came and began to take life and destroy innocent people's house, properties, which we saw on video. And when all these things were happening, nobody is reporting it anywhere. Nobody reports it. No media station is reporting what is happening to Biafran people. No media people is reporting what is happening to members of IPOB, the Biafran people. Properties destroyed. House burnt down. People made homeless. Parents lose their children. Children lost their parents. Nobody is reporting it. They took life up to the extent that the mortuary in Imo State get filled up. There was no other place to put. And they were crying and calling people to come and pick up their corpse. The people we are calling don't know who owns the corpse. They don't even know the people who own the corpse. They just made the announcement that if you're looking for somebody, go to the mortuary and look. Mortuary got filled up. And they went and did mass burial. We have people who claim to be elders. You have people who claim to be politicians. None of them was making a case. None of them came out to speak. No single one of them came out to speak. Today, even as you're watching this video, the military is still going house by house, picking our young men in their homes and killing them. They will go to home and making sure they disappear the young men in Biafra land. It is happening as you're watching the video and nobody is talking. No single person is talking. Nobody is commenting, including those who want to aspire for any political position. They can't even open their mouth and talk. All the politicians, all of them are evil. No single one is free. Every politician in Nigeria, they are all evil. Mainly those ones from the southeastern region. These are evil men. Evil men. These are people who feed on the blood of the innocent. Every politician, mainly the ones in the south, they feed on the blood of the innocent. And this is what they have been doing. They don't care. They never make any case for Biafra. Instead, they connive, they come together to go and kidnap Mazen Nanakan. They kidnap Mazen Nanakan and rendition him to Nigeria. Sent him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition against international law. And they are still keeping him under solitary confinement. Up to today, as you're watching this video, Mazen Nanakan is still under solitary confinement. And nobody can speak for him. Nobody is standing for him. It is only you and I, the genuine agitators, the genuine Biafran, the followers of Mazin. We are the only one making a case for him. We are the only one observing sit at home every Monday, as we are going to observe tomorrow. Every Monday to make sure that Mazin Nanikan is being free. The politicians close their blind eye, turn a blind eye, see they don't know what is happening. That very thing that Mazin Nanikan did, that initiative that they called evil, they called Mazin Nanikan evil, and they say he's trying to bring war, that Mazin Nanikan is causing war, Mazin Nanikan is causing obstruction. Today, that thing that Mazin Nanikan saw many years ago, that is what some governors are calling for today, in that very contraption. Governors in Nigeria today are telling their citizens to go and get AK-47. It is not go and get wood, not go and get double barrel. Governors in that contraption called Nigeria, in that zoological republic, are telling their citizens, go and get AK-47. They are saying it on live television. This is what Mazin Nanikan saw many years ago, and Mazin Nanikan began to prepare Biafrans. Instead of the governors to support him, they begin to demonize him, and they try to take him out. Today, you see governor on the national television telling people to go and get guns to protect themselves. This is what Mazin Nanikan did when they have not started dreaming about it. And this is what Biafra is all about. Biafrans, our talent is unimaginable. You can't match it with anything. There is nothing to match it. The talent of Biafran people, it doesn't have any comparison. They can't match it with anything. That is what they are scared of. That is what the British and the Fulani Caliphate are afraid of. They know what Biafrans can do. They know that we see ahead of time. They know very well that Biafrans can see 50 years ahead. What will happen in 50 years ahead. That thing that Mazin Nanikan saw many years ago, and he began to plan on time and equip the ESN. That it is just today that some governors in that same contraption called Nigeria are calling their citizens to go and pick up arms. The same thing they demonized Mazin Nanikan for. The same thing the southeastern governors demonized Mazin Nanikan for. Their fellow governors is telling their own citizens to go and pick up arms. Benue State's governor on a live television told his people, go and get AK-47. He's not telling you to go and get a double barrel. If you know where you can get AK-47, go and get it. At least that word of encouragement for his people. But in southeastern part, what do you see? In Biafra, what you see is governors going to Abuja to demand for troops to come and fight against ESN. And as they're watching this video, they are still attacking ESN. There is a heavy attack against ESN as you're watching the video. Any place you're watching from, continue to remember our heroes in prayer. Continue to remember our volunteers in prayer. The ESN, remember them, put them in prayer. Protect them. They will surely win the battle. It doesn't matter the angle they come from. They will win the battle. Is with them. Continue to pray for our able men, our gallant men on the ground. They are facing a great challenge. Our gallant men on the ground are fighting on different fronts. They are fighting a war from different fronts. They are fighting against the terrorists. They are fighting against the military. They are fighting against the Bubago. They are fighting against even Biafrans themselves, the informants. They are fighting wars on different fronts. That is why you must stand up and wake up and pray for anything. Don't forget praying for them. Don't forget praying for ESN. And any support you can give these gallant men, you are not paying them. There's no amount of money you can pay somebody for his life. There is no amount you can pay somebody to buy a life. No. These are volunteers. A volunteer force. People that have volunteered themselves gave their own life for you and I to have a home. They gave their life for you and I to have a future. Any way you can support them, both financially and otherwise, do that. Don't wait until the day of fundraising. Don't wait until the day of fundraising. The account is already there on how to pay in. Follow through the website. Any little thing you go, your widow's mite, always make sure you send this something for them. Always make sure you send this something for these very people. Volunteers, you are not paying them. Have that at the back of your mind. Don't think that when you send your money, you are not paying anybody. These are volunteers on the ground. We are only encouraging them to give them tools that they need. There is no amount you can pay somebody for their life. These are volunteers. They volunteer themselves to fight for you and I, to make sure they defend our life, to make sure that after we have stayed abroad, we have a home to go, to defend our mothers, our parents, our families back home, to protect them and make sure that they are safe. That is what they are doing. So you have to support them by all means possible. Continue to pray for ESN. At every given time, anytime you have opportunity to pray for them, pray and pray more. Don't stop praying for them. Support them financially. Any way you can support them, keep on supporting them. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has no match. He has no match. Once Mazen Nnamdi Kanu saw many years ago, and he began to plan and do something. After crying and he refused, today you see them talking about it. You see them today, you see governors. Not only Samuel Oto, some other governors in Taraba State or whatever, telling their citizens to go and get guns and protect themselves. But when we say it here, they will say we are causing problem. When you tell Biafran that, they will say you're causing problem. Instead, they will be preaching election to you. They will be preaching election to you. Meanwhile, there is war in your land. There is death at your door. Somebody is coming to smoke your life out of you. You are busy focusing on election. They are distracting you with election, and they present somebody who claims to be a Messiah, somebody you know that cannot effect any change in your life. Peter Obi cannot effect any change in your life. I am not saying it because I hate him. I don't hate him as a person. I don't hate him. But for him to come out and begin to distract the struggle, that is where I hate him. He's a Biafran. He should go and sit down and wait. When we get Biafra, if he want to contest, let him come and contest in Biafra land. We will not stop him. Let him come and contest. If he wins, so be it. But for him to stand and become a distractor to the struggle, he's going to hit the rock. He will definitely hit the rock. Biafrans, we have no other request except self-determination. We are not looking for any Igbo president because that is an impossibility. It is impossible. It will be like to pass the camel through the eye of a needle. That is what it is. And they know it. Even Peter Obi himself knows that he cannot scale through. He knows it very, very well. He knows it. That he cannot be able to scale through. And yet, he is bent on destroying the agitation. He wants to calm us down. They want to distract. And already, some people who were not genuine at the initial stage, they have already exposed themselves. You see? That's why I say this time is a time of exposition. People who are Biafran, this is the time you know those who are true Biafran and those who are not Biafran. A lot of events have happened. Separating the chaff from the wheat, it has continued to happen. And it will continue to happen. If you are not a genuine agitator, you are not a genuine freedom fighter, you are not a genuine Biafran, you will be exposed. A time will come when you are going to lose your balance. When you will lose your balance. But as long as you are a hardcore Biafran, a follower of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, nobody is going to shake you. No matter the propaganda they bring, no matter the angle they are bringing it for, you will continue to stand firm. Because that is what you know what you are looking for. You know what you are fighting for. Nobody is going to cajole you into any deceit. No. And if you're a genuine Biafran, you must make sure you keep your hands clean. Do not involve yourself in any criminality. I'm talking to those who are in Biafra land. If you are abroad and you have a friend who is in Biafra land, an agitator in Biafra land, tell them stay away from anything criminality. That is the only thing that can keep you alive. If you are a Biafran agitator, stay away from criminality. That is what is going to keep you alive. But when you begin to hide under agitation, hide under IPOB, hide under Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and you are committing evil, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu already have released cost on you, and that cost will follow you. If you are one of those demonizing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, going to kidnapping, involving in some immoral things, taking the life of your fellow Biafrans, taking the life of innocent people in Biafra land, the cost that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have released already will be upon you. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu never support any criminality. He never support anything evil. But for those of them who has brought that very criminality, the Fulani Caliphate and the Janjaweed, every single one of them, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have said it time before now, that after they have come down to Biafra and they will not have a home to return. And it is happening. Already, the terrorists have taken over their own area. While they are busy distracting the ESN, while they are busy challenging the ESN, while they are busy pursuing the ESN, their hometown is being taken over. And every single one of them have come to Biafra land, they will perish in Biafra land. Those that will remain will not have a hope to return. That is the word of a prophet, and it will definitely come to pass. Every single one of them have come to Biafra land, they will face the music. Those who will be able to survive, those who will survive will not have a hope to return to. It is going to happen before your own very eyes. It has started happening already. Let them keep on distracting the ESN. Let them keep on chasing ESN and attacking ESN. Chukwu Okike is with them. And no amount of thing that will destroy ESN. You can't destroy them. These are the army of the God of Chukwu Okike. Army of Chukwu Okike. That is what they are. Army of Chukwu Okike. They were not just established. These are child of necessity. ESN is a child of necessity. It was born out of necessity. That is why Chukwu Okike will back them up. Any mission they go, they will succeed. Go and attack ESN, you will not return back the same. Today, you hear the attack that is going on. You can see some videos that are coming out where they are attacking ESN. At the end of the day, they are going to pay dearly for whatever they have done. They're going to pay dearly. Even though they are always hiding it, they will not speak about it. But Chukwu Okike is going to destroy them. He's going to destroy them. No matter the propaganda they bring, no matter the attack they bring against ESN, they will never ever succeed. We will overcome them. We are going to win them. All we have to do, continue to support the ESN. This is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have laid down for us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not only talking online and shouting. No, he was not only talking. He was working on the ground, putting things in order for us. Because of today, he knew what will happen today. He knew that this season will come. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew that this season that we are in today, this season of war will come. And that was why he went ahead to establish the ESN, to secure us and give us a hope. Today, it is your responsibility. It is my responsibility to make sure that ESN is being sponsored, to make sure that ESN continue to get every funding they need, continue to get every instrument they need. Today, you have seen something that we started earlier on. Something that we started earlier. That is what people are starting today. We started years back. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw the danger and he started years back to equip the ESN. All we have to do is to just continue there, equipping them. Today, you see governors. Governors are just coming to tell their people to go and buy AK-47. No international community cares about you. No media cares about you. It is we that report our case. The life of Biafrans are being lost on a daily basis. Nobody is reporting it. It is we that are reporting it. Please share the video. If you have not shared the video, kindly share the video to all platforms and click like. Like the video and share the video. And also make sure you subscribe so that whenever I come online, you can get a subscription. Subscribe. You can get a notification. If you don't click the notification bell, you will not get notification when I come online. Click the notification bell. It will help us because they are already suppressing our views. They suppress every platform that we use. The same thing is what they are doing on my Facebook page. I have a Facebook page, Chooks for Survival Facebook page. Each time I come there, people are being suppressed. Sometimes they keep people out. The same thing they do on my other Facebook page, King David Exploit Expose. I broadcast there also. But they keep on suppressing, they keep on oppressing, they keep on threatening. Sometimes they give suspension. The only way we can overcome it is you helping to share. You helping to like the video and share. When you are doing it, our message will be going further. People will be hearing us. Nobody is going to make our case. Nobody will speak for us. It is we that will pass our message. That is why we are talking on a daily basis. We will pass our message. The media cannot report our case. The international media cannot report the plight of the Biafran, the death that's happening in that country. Not only Biafran, including other indigenous tribes, the kind of death that's happening in the life of the indigenous tribes in that country of Nigeria, no media is reporting it. No single media is reporting what is going on in the country of Nigeria, including the death of the people in the north. They don't report it. They play it under. They just sweep it under the carpet. It is only the Biafran people who has taken over the social media to begin to show videos, get out information on what is happening. Even when they're happening, I will catch them on video and will share it, and the world will see. Genocide is going on in Biafra land. Genocide is going on in that country of Nigeria against the indigenous people, indigenous tribe. And who are the ones perpetrating the evil? The ones who the British are using to perpetrate the evil are the Fulanis. This is the Fulani Caliphate. They are the ones who are perpetrating the evil, who have become a menace in that country. They are the ones who are trying to take over the land of the indigenous people by force. They want to take over the land of the indigenous people by force. That is what they are doing. And they are pursuing it on a daily basis without looking back. Are we going to allow them to take our land? God forbid. God forbid. Mazen Nandekano have said it loud and clear that no inch of Biafra land will be lost to these enemies. No inch of Biafra land will be lost to the enemy. We will not lose any land to them. It doesn't matter how they try. It doesn't matter the weapon of warfare. It doesn't matter how long it takes. No inch of Biafra land will be lost to this imposter, to these uncircumcised Philistines. None of our land will be lost to them. That is why we have to stand firm. Continue whatever you are doing. Anything you know you are doing to make sure that Biafra is heard, Biafra's voice is being heard. To make sure that the voice of the indigenous tribes in that country is being heard. To make sure that your own region, wherever you are, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter location. As long as you're in that zoological republic and you are an indigenous person, your life is under threat. Every indigenous tribe in that country of Nigeria have become an endangered species. That's in this situation. Every indigenous tribe have become an endangered species. But we cannot allow that to continue to happen. We will not allow that to continue to happen. It is high time every one of us wake up. We have to wake up and face reality. The self-defense Mazen Nandekano have talking about, when Mazen Nandekano went to the US to ask for this very funding of the security outfits, they called him a joker. Some said he doesn't know what he's doing. When Mazen Nandekano, go and watch that video. The video is still online. When Mazen Nandekano went to America and he was asking them to equip a security outfit for the days ahead. What Mazen Nandekano saw many years ago, some people are just seeing it today. They are just seeing it. What he saw many years ago, they are just seeing it. And that is what Biafran people are. The true Biafrans, they see ahead of time. The rejected stone today has become the chief cornerstone. That Mazen Nandekano they called ethnic bigot. They called him a troublemaker. He doesn't know what to say. That same thing he has demanded in the past. That is what every one of them is asking for today. That thing that Mazen Nandekano pursuing today, they just wake up. Many of them just waking up. And more are going to wake up. More people are going to wake up, including those one Nigerians, those who are still shouting PVC and P2B. Just wait. Just question of some months. Question of, is he not a trending? Today, P2B is a celebrity trending. And you know how celebrities trend. You trend for some months, that you give and that's the end of it. He's now trending. Just wait. Every single one of them that is talking about election and talking about PVC, they are going to meet us very soon. They will meet us. But I pray. I'm not even praying. They should pray for themselves. They should pray for themselves that when one Nigeria will begin to happen to them, they will be alive to tell the story. Because so many people will not be alive to tell the story. They should pray and pray hard that when one Nigeria begin to happen to them, that they will be alive to tell the story. Because one Nigeria is definitely going to happen to every single one of them. Every single one of them that is distracting the struggle. Trying to divert the attention of the people on what matters. The genuine freedom of the people, the only thing that can set people free, is what? Self-determination through a referendum and nothing else. No presidency can change your life. Presidency cannot make you have the quality you are looking for. Presidency cannot make you to have the good economy you are looking for. Presidency cannot make you to have light. Presidency cannot make you to have a good road. Presidency cannot make you to have a sane country. Presidency will not make you have security. And that is the obvious truth that they are denying. No man born of a woman can run Nigeria effectively and effect a change. Instead, it will get worse. It will get worse. Anybody you person bring, it will get worse than before. And these people know very well. They know very well. Most of them have confessed in the secret. You saw audio that leaked when Rotimi Amaechi was saying that Nigeria can never ever work. Rotimi Amaechi, that same Rotimi Amaechi was pursuing presidency. These are people who know that it is not good, but out of their selfish interest, as long as the money is flowing on their own side, as long as they are okay, their family is okay, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. As long as their own family is okay, as long as the money continues to flow to them, they don't care about you, they care about themselves. You see why you must stand up and speak up. You see why you must be consistent in your request. Mazen Nandekano told us that consistency is the key. Mazen Nandekano says this in every of his brokers. Go and listen. He will not finish with that. You must hear that word along the line. Consistency is the key. Ask yourself, how consistent are you? Look at your neighbor, your fellow Biafran. When you meet your fellow Biafran, ask your fellow Biafran, how consistent are you with the pursuit of our freedom? How consistent are you? Are you one of those who is now talking about Obi? Are you one of those now who is talking about PVC? Are you one of those now who are telling us to give them second chance? Even when you know that Mazen Nandekano have given every chance you want to give, Mazen Nandekano have exhausted all those chances. You call yourself the flow of Mazen Nandekano. You were there when Mazen Nandekano said that the dragon flag have been lifted. That as he has raised the dragon flag, it will never ever come down until Biafra comes. That is what Mazen Nandekano said on live program. Mazen Nandekano said that the dragon flag has been raised, and when the dragon flag is raised, it will never come down until Biafra comes. But today, after raising the dragon flag, you see people who claim to be members of IPOB, who claim to be Mazen Nandekano follower, they are bringing the dragon flag down. That is where Chukwuka helped us to give us someone like Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is the one that is raising that dragon flag, raising it higher, taking it higher to another level. Taking it higher to another level. Simon Ekpa is walking, taking it higher to another level. He's not only talking, he is walking on the ground. He's making things happen. And if you say you don't see what Simon Ekpa is doing, sorry, you are one of the betrayers. If you come out and say you have not seen what Simon Ekpa have done, you have not seen what he's doing, you are part of the problem. And we don't care about it. There's no need explaining to you. There's no need explaining to you. Each time you see somebody come to argue with you and ask you what have Simon Ekpa done, don't argue with such people. It's a waste of time. Arguing with them is a waste of time. These are the people who are brain dead. These are the people who have sold their soul. Don't argue with them. When you see such people, don't argue with them. Today, you have seen Simon Ekpa have made a great move that have not been made before. One of the most important things that we need in this struggle, a country that will make our case in the United Nations. We have needed this for a very long time. Mazen Nandekano have tried, send so many applications to the United Nations, up to going to the United Nations, but they still need somebody who can be in the inner meeting when you are not there to speak your voice. It was very important to get a country that can stand and present the case of Biafra in the United Nations, even when we are not there. Finally, we were able to get one. Our brother Simon Ekpa has made that great move. He has made that dangerous move that we have needed so badly. He has made it. Today, Finland government have accepted our request. Master Simon Ekpa has spoken to their parliament. You saw him on video where he was presenting our case. Our case has been accepted. He has written to the president so many times. He has sent letters. And he had gone to the stage of going to the parliament to speak to them and explain to them directly word to word. You saw the video. I shared some of the video, short clips of it on my page. You saw it. And today, I can assure you that wherever the name of Biafra, whenever United Nations is gathering for any discussion, you are going to see somebody stand up and say, there is a country called Biafra. The people there are under siege, that they need their country. Think about that and give them their freedom. Just as you see the late Muhammad Buhari, in every United Nations speech, late Muhammad Buhari will go there and begin to call for the freedom of Palestinians. Even when he's holding people captive in his own country, he will go there and begin to ask for Palestinians to be free. That's something he's doing. Today we have gotten a country that will make our case in the United Nations. We have gotten a country that is going to make our case in the United Nations. Anytime United Nations is having a meeting, you will see the case of Biafra come up. This is something that have been lacking for a very long time. Something that have been lacking. That is why you see Chukwuka is so wonderful. When Chukwuka brought in Mazen Simon Ekpa, the only person that saw what is coming was Mazen Nandekano. Every one of us, so many of us, we didn't see what was coming. The only man that saw tomorrow, Mazen Nandekano, he sees before you see. Mazen Nandekano saw what is coming. That was why he embraced Simon Ekpa. And Mazen Nandekano opened his mouth and told us that even when Simon Ekpa has not joined IPOB, when Simon Ekpa has not joined IPOB, somebody called on the program that Mazen Nandekano was holding, question and answer program. Somebody called in. There is somebody called Mazen Simon Ekpa. He is not a member of IPOB and he's preaching Biafra. He's not a member of IPOB. He's following crowd and he's running people to himself. What do you think about that? What did Mazen Nandekano say? This was when Simon Ekpa has not even joined the IPOB. He has not joined them. Mazen Nandekano told them that it is only one Chineke that will do what Simon Ekpa is doing. I never forget that word. I can never, if I forget every other thing, I will never forget that word. That word of recommendation. I can never forget that word of commendation. I can forget another thing. Master Nandekano said openly, it is only one Chineke that can do what Simon Ekpa is doing. That even if Simon is not a member of IPOB, he is fully assured that Simon is going to enter IPOB. He will join. That even if he has not joined yet, that he will definitely join IPOB. He knows that he believes that he is going to join. That was the statement of Master Nandekano. And Simon Ekpa, just as Martin Nandekano said, joined IPOB, did everything necessary, took an oath. He's an oath member of IPOB. And Mazin Nandekano told us to go and listen to Simon Ekpa, share his video. And Mazin Nandekano, who saw tomorrow, told us that Simon Ekpa is bringing a new dimension to the struggle. That new dimension that Mazin Nandekano saw is what you are seeing today. That new dimension that Mazin Nandekano spoke about is what you are seeing today. The door you see Simon Ekpa opening. That very door you see Simon Ekpa doing, carrying a whole country to make our case. That was what Mazin Nandekano saw, but we didn't see it. None of us saw it. Some people are busy attacking Simon Ekpa. Some people are busy out of their envy and jealousy, out of their wickedness. They are busy focusing on attacking Simon Ekpa, and they could not see anything good coming. But Mazin Nandekano, who is the supreme leader of IPOB, saw what was coming. What you are seeing today playing out was what Mazin Nandekano saw. That was what Mazin Nandekano did, that told you that Simon Ekpa is bringing a new dimension to the struggle. In that new dimension, that word he used, new dimension, none of us could be able to interpret that new dimension. Some of us thought it was only exposition. Mazin Nandekano, after all, he was doing exposition already before Simon Ekpa came in. Mazin Nandekano was doing massive exposition before Simon Ekpa came in and joined and began to fully tempted. That very vision that Mazin Nandekano saw, the new dimension, is what you are seeing today unfolding. That very new dimension has just, the page has just opened. After so many years, that page has just opened. That page has opened. And let me tell you, Biafra is much more closer today than it was yesterday. Biafra is much more closer today than it was yesterday. If you're one of those who is still seeing Biafra as a dream, you better stop seeing Biafra as a dream. If you are a Biafran and you are still seeing Biafra as a dream at this stage, I will continue to say this word. I will continue to say this word so that Biafrans can be able to pick into it and be able to reason well. If you are a Biafran and you are still seeing Biafra as a dream, you better wake up. You better wake up. You don't know what you are doing. You better wake up. Every Biafran at this point in time is supposed to be seeing Biafra as a reality. See Biafra as a reality, a country that have existed, still existing, and will continue to exist until thy kingdom come. That is the way you see Biafra. When Mazin Nandekano is going to tell you that Biafra is our religion, that is the way you don't see Biafra as a dream. If you must succeed, you will not see Biafra as a dream. Thank you so much for your super chat, Anthony. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your support, Anthony. Thank you for your support. I appreciate your support. May you go carry my God bless you and prosper you. No matter what, start seeing Biafra as a reality. If you're one of those who is still seeing Biafra as a dream, you better wake up. Wake up from your sleep. Wake up from your sleep. Biafra is no longer on that stage. It is no longer a dream. Biafra is now a reality. And as long as you continue to see Biafra as a dream, they will continue to play you like ball. They will continue to play you like ball. As long as you continue to see Biafra as a dream, they will continue. That is why you begin tomorrow. Today you are talking about PVC. Tomorrow you are talking about P2B. The next day you are talking about election. You'll be contemplating. I don't know whom to follow. I don't know whether if someone is talking the truth. I don't know if the right group is talking the truth. I don't know who to follow. Until you begin to see Biafra as a reality. When you see Biafra as a reality, when you begin to see Biafra as a reality, you can never ever shiver. Nobody can shake you. That is when your mental toughness will develop. That mental toughness, the same mental toughness you see in Mazin Nandekano, that same mental toughness you see in Simon Ekpa, it will come into you without you knowing. The autopilot mentality will come into you. Chukwu Okike Abiama will take over your head. That is autopilot. When Chukwu Okike Abiama take over your spirit, that is what we call autopilot. Autopilot is not a society. It's not even an organization. It's the instruction of Chukwu Okike Abiama by himself being placed into man, and the men begin to walk according to the work of Chukwu Okabiama. When the spirit possesses you, Chukwu Okabiama will give you a responsibility to pursue, and you will follow that responsibility without looking back. Nobody's going to shake you. You will find your talent in the pursuit of Biafra. When the spirit possesses you, you will find your talent in the pursuit for Biafra. If your talent is to sponsor ESN, you will do it without looking back. If your talent is to begin to share videos, when you see the video of the real agitators, you will share it and make sure it reaches everywhere. You begin to do it. If your talent is on broadcasting, you begin to broadcast. If your talent is supporting anything that has to do with Biafra, you support it. If your talent is protesting, you will protest. We don't care whether somebody follow you or not, whether people come out or not, you will protest. If your talent is sitting at home, you will sit at home. Even if everybody go out, you will not go out, you stay at home. You can only do that when you begin to see Biafra as a reality, not a dream. If you are seeing Biafra as a dream, you know how dream happen. You see people, they will close their eye, they will ride car in the dream. Some will buy Lexus in the dream. They will buy new clothes in the dream. But when they come out in the physical, they become tattered. They be disappointed. Some will eat a good food in the dream. They come out in the open. They don't have food to eat. They're hungry. When you are seeing Biafra in that side, if you're seeing Biafra as a dream, you can never be able to be a good agitator. You cannot be a good agitator. You cannot be. There is no way you can be. You will always be confused. You will always be thinking that, oh, maybe if P2B go there now, we might have a chance. Maybe if we leave P2B, we have a chance. These are the dreamers. If you are discussing with a Biafra and that Biafra is telling you, let us consider P2B, maybe P2B will change it on. Those people are the dreamers. Or let us get our PVC. Maybe the PVC, you don't know, maybe we might use it in the future. These are the dreamers. If you see the hardcore Biafrans, those who are born for this mission, those who know that the Biafra is reality, a country that have existed, still existing, continue to exist, and will always exist as long as this earth still exists. When you are in that part, nobody can change you. Nobody can push you aside. You can't tell me that you don't know what to do or what to say or what. Every message you need, every question you're asking, Mazen Nanekan have answered all. Every single question you are asking today, Mazen Nanekan have answered it. All you got to do is to go and begin to play all the messages of Mazen Nanekan. They are new every morning. If you cannot play all his messages, some of his messages are 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Go and I have broken it down in my channel. I broke the message down. Most of the time I play it on my videos. Sometimes I broke it down and I share it on my page, on my Facebook page. Go and there are so many people that have broken the messages down. Go and check those ones are broken down into 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Listen to it carefully. Each time you listen to the message of Mazen Nankan, you will get a point. You will get an inspiration. Each time you listen to the message of Mazen Nankan, his old broadcast, I don't even call it old because they are new every morning. This is my source of strength. That is where I get my energy. After listening to the message of Mazen Nankan, then I will come to the platform of our brother Simon Ever. I go to his platform every time he broadcasts. If I am busy, if I'm not able to join him live, I will play anyone I miss and listen to it. These are the places I draw my energy from. I draw my energy from this angle, from the messages of Mazen Nankan and from the gospel that's being preached by our brother Simon Ever. The information he's passing out. That is what you have to do. And that will be your mental stability. Your mental toughness will be grade 1. Nobody can confuse you. Nobody can tell you anything. You can now stand and say the Biafra is your religion. You will not be like all these career agitators. Career agitators that are just looking for, you call yourself a freedom fighter and agitator, you are looking for followers. Because of followers, you will change your topic. Because of your followers, you are pursuing every trending item that comes. Even things that you know that doesn't have anything to do with your struggle. Issues, topic that doesn't have anything to do with your struggle, you begin to parade it, you begin to talk about it. It is because you don't know what you are doing. You are a dreamer. You are a dreamer. You're not facing reality. If you're facing reality, you have to be focused on the freedom of the indigenous people. The indigenous tribe in that country called Nigeria, mainly Biafran people. Freedom. That is what you're coming to find. Not to follow trending video. Not to follow trending video when they tell you that a native doctor is trending, you go and bring native doctor and interview the native doctor. When they tell you a pastor is trending, you go and bring a pastor and interview the pastor. When you hear that a musician is trending, you go and bring that musician and interview him on your platform, in a freedom platform. You don't do that. We are focused. Focused, not distracted. And we cannot be blackmailed. Those who want to blackmail us and tell us, you're not supporting your brother. If P2B is your brother. You said you wanted president. You say you're being marginalized. Today, you are the one marginalizing yourself. You are the one marginalized. That is the blackmail they are using. This is one of their major blackmail. They will say, you are the one marginalizing yourself. Now, you are complaining of marginalization. Now that it is time for you to be able to take over. You could not be able to go and take over. You're marginalizing yourself. Tomorrow, you begin to say they are marginalizing you. Nobody marginalizes you. Tell them that you are not interested in anything that has to do with Nigeria. The reason why we want to get out of Nigeria is not because of marginalization. It is not because of resource control. The reason why we want to get out of Nigeria is because we want to save life. It's a matter of life and death. It's a matter of life and death. We want to save life, to have our own nation, a place we can call our home and defend with our blood. A place we can be patriotic to and defend with anything that is in us. That is why we want to get out of Nigeria. We don't want to get out of Nigeria because of marginalization. It is not because of the resources. Not because of resource control. Not because of any presidency or any post. That is not our reason for getting out of Nigeria. We want to get out of Nigeria because it is a dead zone. They have made us an endangered species. The hatred is so much. The hatred is increasing by day. And the war is on. The genocide is going on. It's a matter of life and death. That is why we want to get out. And we must get out of it. The only solution for us to save our life and have a safe nation is to get out from that very caliphate. There's nothing else that will save us. Nothing else. No shortcut anywhere that's going to save us. The only thing that will save us is what? Getting out of that very contraption. That is the only solution. Nothing else. Nothing else. So if anybody is preaching anything apart from self-determination, run for your life. Those are enemies. It doesn't matter if the person is your brother. It doesn't matter if the person is your sister. It doesn't matter if the person is your father, your mother, your benefactor. It doesn't matter what the person is doing. As long as you see anybody participating in that very zoological republic, in any position, in anything, anybody that's building any platform based on that zoological republic status quo, run for your life. Run for your life. How do you think that this same zoological republic that have a system that was meant to destroy you, a system that was meant to make you a third-class citizen, a system that was meant to make you not to succeed, how do you think that that system can produce something that will favor you? How do you think that a system that was put in place intentionally to make sure that you do not succeed, a system that was put in place intentionally to make sure that you remain a third-class citizen, a system that was put in place to make sure that you remain a slave, how do you think that that system will produce something that will favor you? That's the question you have to ask. For those who are telling you to vote for P2B, go and collect PVC and do this and do that. Ask them, how can a system that is rigged against you favor you in any way? How can that system produce something that is going to favor you? How? Just tell me how. A system that was meant to destroy you, how do you think that that system will produce something that is going to favor you? How is it going to happen? That same system, you think that system will produce a P2B that will defend you. It will give you a P2B that will destroy you and kill you just the same way he has done before. And he's boasting about it. He didn't deny it. He was denying it before, but he's not denying it anymore. P2B is a Biafran. We are not denying that. He is a Biafran. If you want to contest for any election, he should wait when Biafra come. Even if he doesn't want to join us, let him not join us in agitation. Stay away. Don't be a distraction. When Biafra come and contest. If you win, so be it. You rule. But for you to begin to work in this very system, a system that is put in place to destroy us, it doesn't matter who the person is. If your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, and the person is working toward that system, run for your life. Stay away. Those are the people who have made themselves enemy to the people. And we cannot allow them. No matter how they try, we can never allow them. Biafrans worldwide, any place you are watching this video, please, if you're watching from Biafra land, our sit at home continues tomorrow. And remember, Mazin Nanekano is coming to court, I think on Tuesday. So, Monday and Tuesday is a sit at home, total lockdown. Let us show them, total lockdown, let them show them, let us teach them that they cannot put Mazin Nanekano under the background. We have to show them that they cannot relegate Mazin Nanekano to the background, no matter what. This is time to show them that they cannot relegate Mazen Nani to the back. They cannot use their politician, they cannot use their politics and the election to cover the case of Mazen Nani. Never. It will not happen. It will not happen. The only man that can change the situation is Mazen Nani. When Mazen Nani comes out, go back to his father's house in Afarugu and give us a reason for us to change our decision, then we will know. Because he knows better than us. He is our spiritual leader. Whatever he says, we follow. He is the only man that's going to change the status quo. Apart from Mazen Nani, nobody anywhere can change the status quo. Nobody. We will continue to stand our ground. Tomorrow is a sit at home. Total lockdown. Sit at home. So every Biafran, if you are abroad, call your family and tell them, sit at home continues. Continues stronger than before. Anything you are doing to make sure that Biafra come, intensify, increase your effort. If you're broadcasting, broadcast more. If you're sharing videos, share more. If you're supporting ESN, increase your support. If you're praying, pray more. Anything you are doing, double it. Because we are getting to the end of the road and it's going to get tougher. As we are going to an end, it's going to get tougher. I am telling you, it's going to get tougher. If anybody is telling you it's going to be light, it's going to be getting tougher. As you're watching the video, ESN is facing greater challenge than ever. They are facing much more attack than before. So remember the ESN in your prayers. Even as you're watching the video, today they are facing serious attack. Serious attack. You continue to remember in your prayer that Chukwu Okike will get and protect our gallant men on the ground. No weapon formed of against them shall prosper. Don't relent in your effort. Continue to give your support and prayers in any way, both financial and otherwise. Support them the best way you can. Every Biafran have to stay strong. Any place you are, please continue to be consistent in your request. The only thing we want is self-determination and nothing more. And that self-determination is going to come through a referendum. Through a referendum. If they bring war to us, we will definitely defend ourselves. Mazen Nani can have laid the foundation for us. Foundation of defense for us already. You see today, governors are calling their cities to go and get their AK-47. It is not holding gun or holding stick. Mazen Nani saw what is happening and he made fully the right direction. The rejected stone has become the chief cornerstone. As they rejected Mazen Nani, call him different kind of name. Today, he has become the chief cornerstone. The same way they rejected our brother Simon Ekpa. They call him one of them names. They call him different kinds of names. They painted him evil. They blackmailed him. Today, our brother Simon Ekpa have made one of the greatest moves. He has made it. He has made one of the greatest and remarkable moves. And we will continue to hold on it. Whatever you're doing, stand firm and continue to pray for them. Pray for our fellow Biafrans, agitators all over the world. Those who are genuinely agitating, pray for them. Pray for our gallant men on the ground. Pray for our brother Simon Ekpa. Continue to pray for him, that Chukwu Okike will guard and protect him and secure him. Pray for Mazen Nani at any given time. Mazen Nani, remember when he was with us, Mazen Nani pray for us 7 times every day. Mazen Nani is praying for Biafra and Biafran people 7 good times every day. Today he's in solitary confinement, and I can assure you that Mazen Nani is praying for you and I. Every blessed day, every minute, every second, he's praying for you and I. The only job he has today is prayer. The only job Mazen Nani has is prayer, and his prayers are working. His prayers are working. Seriously working. And we must have to join him and continue. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect everybody who have joined me on this broadcast from the beginning to the end. I have to end the broadcast so that we can be able to do other things and also prepare. Maybe our brother Simon Ekpa is going to come online to broadcast. We'll prepare ourselves and join him and watch. And if you are in Biafra land, please connect to 97.5 FM Voice of Biafra. 97.5 FM Voice of Biafra. Listen to that very Voice of Biafra, that very radio. If you're in Biafra land, make sure you connect to that very radio so that you can get first-hand information on what to do, on how to stay secure, on how to stay alive. Join our brother Simon Ekpa on his broadcast also. If you can, if you miss it, can watch it later on. Even if you cannot watch all, watch with your own data as much as you can. You will get an information that's going to inspire you. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect everybody who have joined me on this broadcast from the beginning to the end. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okike guide and secure every Biafran person, every hand that has shared this video. Everybody that has shared this video. You will not only see Biafra, you will celebrate in Biafra, and you are going to see Biafra. Every hand that has supported this very channel, anybody that has supported this very channel, supported this very broadcast, you are going to celebrate Biafra. You are going to witness Biafra. You will raise the flag of Biafra with Mazen Nani. You will never lose your life. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every Biafran all over the world. May Chukwu Okabema guide and protect our spring Damazin Nandekano. Guide and protect the Oduduwa people. Guide and protect the Middle Belt. Everybody that is genuinely fighting for freedom, we will all see freedom. We will all witness freedom in our lifetime. Every single one of us. May Chukwu Okabema guide and protect our spring Damazin Nandekano. Any poison that have been injected into the body of Mazin Nandekano, may Chukwu Okabema send doctors spiritually to continue to minister to Mazin Nandekano. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazin Nandekano shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazin Nandekano shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazin Nandekano shall prosper. He is going to join us very soon. No matter what they do, no matter the angle they come, Chukwu Okabia will continue to guide and protect us. He will continue to guide and protect us. No force will come against us, no matter how they try. Thank you so much for Chupa Chats. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for your support. May Chukwu Okabia replenish your effort wherever you bring it from. Almighty Chukwu Okabia will continue to guide and prosper you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined me from this broadcast from beginning to the end. I appreciate every one of you. Tomorrow I'm going to be back again, same time. I will try as much as possible. As soon as I'm free, I will continue to be here to speak our mind and speak for Biafran people. My purpose is not to demonize anybody. I'm not here to attack any tribe. I'm not here to attack any religion. I am here to speak about what matters. The consistency that Mazin Nandekano have given us. Be consistent in demanding for the freedom of the indigenous people, the indigenous tribe. Mazin Nandekano fight wasn't only for Biafran. He was fighting for every indigenous tribe. His message touched everyone. That is why every one of them have woken up. And every single one of them, this is the time. This is the time for everyone to wake up. Biafra, the coming of Biafra is very close. 2023 will mark our self-determination. 2023 we ignite ourselves. 2023 is a referendum for us to start our struggle. 2023 is the beginning of Biafra. Biafra is much more closer today than it was yesterday. May Chukwu Okabia guide and protect everybody who has supported me on this very channel. Thank you very much, and Chukwu Okabia God will protect you. Please click the notification bell so that you can be able to be notified each time I come online. You will join me, and we can be able to push this information forward. Every one of us is important. You are important. I am important. Everybody is important. We must not all broadcast. Even sharing the video, all the support you are giving, you are doing something for Biafra. And there is nothing you do for Biafra that is for in vain. Anything you do for Biafra, Chukwu Okabia will replenish it in 100-fold. Whatever sacrifice you make for Biafra, like our brothers and sisters who are sitting at home in Biafra land, if you are sitting at home in Biafra land, any day you miss your business, any business you miss, the following day you are going to get triple of it. If you are a genuine Biafra agitator, any business you miss in any day in Biafra land, let me tell you, you are going to get triple of it. So don't shake. Don't shake. If you are doing anything for Biafra, do it with the whole of your mind. Do it with your mind. Put your mind and your heart in it, and you will definitely prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against you shall prosper. If you are in Biafran land, genuinely from your heart, don't wait for somebody to force you. Don't wait for somebody to talk to you. Genuinely observe the sit at home. Anytime you hear sit at home, it is one day, it is 2 days, observe it. Any business you miss on that very day, when the things keeps up after the sit at home, you are going to get triple. That is the promise of Chukwu Okabia. Mazin Nandekano have prayed for this long time ago, and Chukwu Okabia answered it, and it happens. If you are doing anything genuinely for Chukwu Okabia, it will definitely prosper. It will definitely prosper. 27 and 28, yes, exactly. 27 and 28 is sit at home. You sit in your home. Sit in your home. It is not going to take anything from you. Observe the sit at home. Now that they are having the election, this is the time we have to observe the sit at home more than ever. We do it to show them that they cannot push Mazin Nandekano down. We will not allow them to put the name of Mazin Nandekano under the background. We will not allow them to relegate Mazin Nandekano under the background. No matter anyhow, we will never allow them. Mazin Nandekano laid a strong foundation. He laid a strong foundation. And every one of us, we are standing on that foundation. If anybody comes out to build a different foundation from the one Mazin Nandekano have led, that person will fail automatically. That is why you must not believe all these fake messiah they're bringing to you. Bringing P2B as a messiah, that is fake. It's a distraction. Take your mind away from it. It is a distraction. A strong distraction. Continue to be focused. Focus on your demand and continue your demand, and Chukwu Okabia will prosper every one of us. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for joining me on this broadcast. I pray that Chukwu Kabian will guide and protect everybody who have joined. Thank you so much. I will join you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Kabian. If you have your time, you can also follow me on my Facebook page. Follow me on Chooks for Survival page. You can follow me on King David Exploit Expose page. I broadcast on all these platforms. Each time I have time, I broadcast on the show. I go online on daily basis to speak about the plight of the people and encourage my fellow Biafrans on what to do. Thank you so much, and remember this. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Kabian. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.